Here is the answer for the Day 2 bell work. Question A, explain why gases can be compressed, but liquids and solids cannot. So this is an explanation question. You need a couple of sentences. Here's one way to answer. Gases can be squeezed into smaller volume because gas particles have a lot of space between them. Liquids and solids can't be compressed because the particles are already very tightly packed together. Question B. When a gas is in a container, it will exert pressure against the walls of that container. And then I've asked 3 questions, all relating to whether changing a certain factor will increase or decrease the gas pressure in a container. First, what happens if you increase the temperature? Second, what happens if you increase the number of gas particles in the container? And third, what happens if you increase the volume of the container? How do changing any of these factors increase or decrease the pressure in the container? So your answer needs to address all 3 of them. First, increasing temperature. When you increase the temperature of the gas, it increases the gas pressure in the container. The reason is increasing temperature gives more kinetic energy to the particles of the gas. They're moving around more often and they'll strike the container more often, which increases pressure. Next, we want to address what happens when you increase the number of gas particles in the container. This will increase the gas pressure. If there are more particles in a container moving around, then they will collide with the container more often. That increases pressure. Third, we want to address what happens when you increase the volume of the container, if you make the container larger. This decreases the gas pressure. Because if the particles in that container are at the same temperature, and if they're the same number of particles with more space to move around in, they will hit the sides of the container less often, and that's a decrease in pressure.